Posting a comment. All right. I think we're live, guys. Hey, Sandy says read and welcome to the channel. What else? That's it for the moment. You guys, I'm typing something in the chat box. Welcome, welcome. If you're joining me, welcome. And that's what I'm typing in the chat box. Let us know you're here. And let's spell it right. Because believe it or not, I do have an English degree. I should be able to spell these things correctly. All right, you guys, let's begin this properly. Sandy says read and welcome to the channel and welcome to a live stream out of the blue. I needed to just do a couple of things here on the channel, needed to do a little bit of recording. So I thought, hey, why not do this in live stream format? Say hello to everybody out there, get caught up on things, and do some filming at the same time, get this all done. Two birds with one stone, as it were. So let's do a couple of housekeeping things first. You guys, welcome. It's kind of random here. If you are familiar with the channel, you know it's a little bit random. I wanted to mention the Bingo Baker card. I don't know that I've mentioned this in a couple of videos. It's been a hot minute since I have mentioned the bingo card. It's not something that you win prizes for. It's just a fun little game that you can play while you watch the video of the day. You guys, I might be saying some of these phrases that are on the bingo card while we do this live stream because I'm doing a book review during today's live stream. Yay! All right, so if you go to the Bingo Baker link, which is in the drop-down box below, yeah, I think I managed to do that for you guys. Then you can generate your own bingo card for Sandy Says Read with phrases that I am apt to say during this live stream. Enjoy, have fun, play with it. Make a drinking game out of it if you wish, because that's how we roll here at the Sandy Says Read channel. What else? We've got some merchandise in a merch shop, and we'll talk about that more later because we have a wee little bit of unboxing to do later in the live stream. We'll talk about that later. Other stuff. Oh, you guys, let's see. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Please ask your friends to subscribe too, because I have a goal for this channel. I am trying to get more subscribers because the magic number is 1,000. After 1,000, YouTube lets me do more things. More things. That's a goal, to get to do more things because I need more things to do in my schedule, right? Okay, you guys, you know I'm ancient, so I have notes to get us through this. Here are the notes that I wanted to mention. You guys, it is good to take some time, right? To take some time to chill, to relax, to be peaceful. And I included that in the most recent newsletter that I send out. You guys may or may not know, I do an author newsletter, which is like the bane of my existence, but I do an author newsletter. On the first of the month, I get that thing out the door to my subscribers, let people know what's going on. And I try to put something good and uplifting in these newsletters. I'm a pretty positive person, right? Which you know, if you follow the channel here. And this month, for May 1st, the column from Malachi, the dragon, talked about, positivity and just looking for good, peaceful things around you in the world this month. And Malachi went into it better than I just did. So the column from the dragon in the May Sandy Says Read newsletter talked about just finding peacefulness in the world around you, right? And so I kind of tried to channel Malachi's thoughts as I was going out into the world this morning. Had crap that I needed to get done today, right? So on my way to get a new mailbox at the UPS store, I was just aware of some of the peaceful things going on around me. For example, you guys, there is a pair of red-headed woodpeckers living in my tree out front. I didn't know this until today when I paused and I watched in my yard as my garage door was lowering. Instead of watching for it to lower and making sure that it lowered and being, obsessive compulsive about that, I looked into my yard and I watched the birds flitting about. And I saw these two red-headed woodpeckers dive bombing bugs in the yard and playing with one another and going up into the tree and down. I sat there for a little while and watched them, right? It was peaceful and lovely. And I'm so pleased that I have a pair of red-headed woodpeckers living in my front yard. It makes me happy. I'm pleased with that. Okay. And then, like, as I was driving to the store, this lizard was skittering like mad across the street, right? And I do brake for wildlife. It's a 25-mile-per-hour street. Okay, it's not dangerous. I brake for wildlife. And so I slowed down so that this lizard, because you could see him, his legs were moving pretty fast. You could see him going across the street. A crow was trying to dive bomb him. So I came to a complete stop to watch the mayhem ensue. Poor little lizard. But it was this moment of, nature happening. Nature, you scary. But yeah, watching nature happen, just calm, right? Okay. Not so calm for the lizard, but there you go. The circle of life. And then let's see what else. Oh, yeah, then a chicken. Okay, so I'm like on another road to get to the UPS store, and there's this little red hen just walking out in the middle of suburbia. Now, I have chickens in my backyard. Y'all are aware of this. You've heard the chicken stories. They are cute, fluffy chickens. So I'm watching this red hen walk across. So I stop so the red hen can get all the way across the street. And I'm watching her and I'm thinking to myself, okay, do I stop and collect her and take her to the front door of this house that she's walking toward? Is that her home? What do I do? And I thought, you know what? No, she's back on the grass now. She's safe. She's not on the street. She's not going to get run over. Chickens are a little bit smarter than we give them credit for. Not all the time, but they're a little bit smart. So she's probably on her own property. So I'm going to leave it alone. She's going to be fine. I left it alone. So yeah, hopefully she's in her proper home where she's supposed to be. But yeah, there's just this chicken walking around in suburbia, and I was tickled by that. Yeah. So there we go. That was the cute nature happening out in the world today. That it was good. I mean, it was very calming to me to be aware of these little bits of just nature. There you go. I know I sound crazy. There you go. And then, within my own home, Squeaky Bird has been dancing. Yay. Of course, I can't get it on film because each time I hold the camera up to record him dancing, he's like, oh, no, don't record me. He's camera shy. Yeah, I was going to record him because the band Deco has a new song out as of this week. They released a song, Forever. I think the name of it is Forever. And so I was playing that loudly because it's a good song. And Squeaky Bird was dancing and doing his little chirp. He chirps on the beat for a song because he's talented. He's singing along to Deco's Forever. He's dancing along, chirping along to Deco's Forever. I'm trying to record it. He stops dancing every time I point the camera at him. I'm like, oh, crap. So I don't have that video footage to bring to you, but there you go. Deco also has an album coming out, and hence the 80s bangles today. We're talking about Deco. Deco is not an 80s band, but they do they have an 80s sound. Like they channel like all those 80s bands and that 80s synth pop into their music. And I dig that a lot. Yeah, they're fabulous. So they have a new album. It's called Destination I Don't Know. And that's being released in September 9th or 6th. I will put that information in the drop-down box below, but September, they're going to have a new album. It's available on pre-order now. I have pre-ordered it because I can't wait. Yeah, they do like mashups. They have done mashups. They do their own music, of course, but they have done mashups. Like during the pandemic when we were all like locked in our homes, they were able to do like mashup songs, and like each member of the band would record their bit of the song on camera and they would do their videos remotely. Yeah, very clever. They are grinding it out. Is that enough rambling news? You guys want me to get to the review now? I'm going to do a review for Emily Henry's Funny Story. This book, it's just been released. What is today? We're in the month of May now, right? This came in April. So toward the end of April, this was released. I had it on pre-order so that it would arrive. This is one of the books that Jennifer Brooks had on her 2024 reading list. Like, she was looking forward to reading this year. And so when I saw her list of books, I thought, you know what? That looks interesting. Looks like it's just like a contemporary romance, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to order that one. It should be a quick, easy read. And it was a quick, easy read. Part of that is because I ordered the large print version. Surprise. I didn't realize I was ordering the large print when I ordered it, but here we are. Oh, hey, Joy Miller, welcome to the chat. It's good to see you. And you're asking, how do you spell that? I'd like to look them up. The band Deco, it's D-E-C-O. D as in Duran. Deco, D-E-C-O. And I will put a link in the drop-down box over there, but yeah, for the chat, it's Deco. And if you look them up on YouTube, they are listed under Deco Band. I think they had to do that because if you look up like Deco, you look up like decorations, right? Yeah, but they're pretty awesome. I know nothing about them. Like, I don't know like the lead singer's name. I don't know anything about them, but I've been following them since 2020. Yet I know nothing about them. I just know I love their music. So every time a new song drops, I'm like, ooh, yay, a new song from Deco. And I get excited about it. There you go. Okay, so let's dive into this review of Funny Story. So I'm going to, you guys, I'm going to cheat. Okay, ready? Cheat with me. I'm going to use this portion of the live stream as a video later. Like, I'm going to put my fabulous editing skills to use and like just pull this out of the live stream later. We'll see how that goes. So guys, pretend with me. Ready? Okay, we're going to do this together. Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a review of Funny Story by Emily Henry. Here we go. Okay, so let me give you guys the specs. The specs are Funny Story by Emily Henry. This was published by Penguin Random House in 2024. This particular version is 525 pages. It is written in first person present tense. You guys, you know, I struggle a little bit with that first person present tense. First person point of view, kind of, sometimes it throws me, and present tense does throw me. But it worked out okay because it kept us firmly in the point of view of Daphne, our main character. I mean, we were firmly in her point of view for the whole book, and that worked. So let me read the back cover for you after showing you the front cover. Let's get the glare off of it. Yeah, let me just wave it around at you. Okay, let's try to get the glare off somewhat. It's a very shiny book. It has a very shiny front cover. So there's the front cover. Let me read you the back cover. It's a funny story. Daphne always loved the way her fiancé, Peter, told their story, how they met on a blustery day, fell in love over an errant hat, and moved back to his lakeside home to begin their life together. He really was good at telling it, right up until the moment he realized he was actually in love with his childhood best friend, Petra. Which is how Daphne begins her new story. Stranded in beautiful Waning Bay, Michigan, without friends or family, but with a dream job as a children's librarian that barely pays the bills, and proposing to be roommates with the only person who could possibly understand her predicament, Petra's ex, Miles Nowak. Scruffy and chaotic, with a penchant for taking solace in the sounds of heartbreak love ballads, Miles is exactly the opposite of practical, buttoned-up Daphne, whose co-workers know so little about her, they have a running bet that she's either FBI or in witness protection. The roommates mainly avoid one another until one day, while drowning their sorrows, they form a tenuous friendship and a plan. If said plan also involves posting deliberately misleading photos of their summer adventures together, well, who could blame them? But it's all just for show, of course, because there's no way Daphne would actually start her new chapter by falling in love with her ex-fiance's new fiance's ex, right? Right. So this is a contemporary romance, and you see exactly what's happening here, right? These two, Daphne and Miles, are like forced into a pretend relationship, thus a romance will bloom from that. And that's all the spoiler I'm going to give you. I mean, we get some of that spoiler from this back cover, from the synopsis teaser, right? But that's all the spoiling that I'm going to give you. I'm not spoiling anything in this book for you. What I am going to tell you about this book is, and I wrote this down, it is a great book to see a sneaky narcissist in your life. I'm going to tell you that the character of Peter is a jerk, and I despise him. He's painted, okay, first of all, Daphne is telling this whole story from her point of view, right? And Peter is her fiance. They're supposed to be married, I think, like a month after this story begins, right? And he decides, or maybe it's a week, right? It's a very short time after the story begins, okay? And he decides, "Oh, I can't marry you after all because I really am in love with Petra. This gal that I told you was just a friend, just a childhood friend, just a BFF. No, I'm actually in love with her, and we're going to get married instead. Sorry, so sorry. You got to move out of the house. But Petra and I are going to go on a vacation together so that you have time and room and space to move your stuff out of the house. Isn't that nice of us?" Peter is just a cretin. Okay. He's just a jerk. That's Peter in a nutshell. Okay. He's couching everything as, I'm such a nice guy and I'm so kind and thoughtful that I'm going to do this great, wonderful thing so that you have the space to get out of my home. Yeah. Yeah. That's Peter. That's Peter. I despised him. I didn't like him. And we see him through Daphne's eyes throughout this book. So throughout this book, we're slowly seeing his manipulation. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I don't want to spoil things, but we're just slowly seeing the way he works. And yeah, there you go. I'm not fond of Peter. Never was. He's just a jerk. Just a jerk. Okay, let's see. We also see Miles, the roommate. We see Miles through Daphne's eyes, of course, because we're in Daphne's point of view. And we see Miles almost as like this, what did it say? Did it describe him as scruffy? Yeah, scruffy and chaotic. We see him as scruffy and chaotic and messy. And, he's like smoking pot. The first time we meet him, his room is like this fog of marijuana smoke, right? When she knocks on his door and asks him if he can turn the sad music down, this like puff of smoke just wafts out over her because he's in there smoking pot and wallowing in misery. And so we get this impression of Miles as, I want to call him a deadbeat. We get this impression of Miles as this sad, pathetic lump of pathos, right? But he's not. I mean, of course, he's going through a hard time. In the beginning of this book, of course, he's going through a hard time. His fiance, whom he was in love with, who he dated for 3 years, just dumped him to go marry her childhood friend. Okay. He's in the same boat that Daphne is in. Of course, he's sad. Of course, he's going through all the emotions, all the feels, right? But we're seeing him through Daphne's eyes, and we're not seeing him in a positive light at first. And it takes time for Daphne to grow and figure out who Miles is. Therefore, it takes some time for the reader to see who Miles is. And I think the reader starts to figure out who he is before Daphne does. That makes sense? I think we see Miles and his arc before Daphne sees Miles and his arc, which it's very clever the way Emily Henry was able to do that for us. I liked that. That is the mark of a fabulous writer, if you ask me. It was very, very well done. I want to mention that in this book, there are scenes of, there's heavy petting. There is some sex in this book. It's easy to skip over those, though. I didn't find them crucial to the story. So if you're a little sensitive to the spicy stuff, it's easy enough to skip over the spicy things and it won't detract from the story, if that makes sense. All right, what else? Oh, what else did I want to point out in the book? Okay, page 179 I wrote down here on my notes, life philosophy. I very much appreciated this. On page 179, Miles is talking to Daphne, and he says to her, or maybe he says, eyes crinkled against the sun, everything worth doing comes with some risk. And isn't that great? Isn't that a wonderful thought? I mean, everything worth doing comes with some risk. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I agree, Miles. I agree. Oh, you guys, hang on. I have an alarm going off next to me. Hold, please. Okay. Yeah, I have 30 minutes to wrap up this live stream because I have a Zoom happening at 1. Okay, so that's the book in a nutshell. I don't want to go over too many other things because I don't want to give away spoilers. The obvious thing about this book is that it is a contemporary romance. So we've got these two characters forced into a friendship that, of course, is going to blossom into a romance. Come on, that's contemporary romance. That's what you got. So I don't want to tell you all these things that happen in there because the things that happen along the way are the things that would spoil the fun of the story. So I don't want to tell you all those things. I want to leave it up to you guys to read and enjoy. And yeah. Is that good enough for a review? Thumbs up for a non-spoilery review of Funny Story. Yeah, because the news story that Daphne gets to tell is kind of funny. Whereas the story that Peter was telling about how Peter and Daphne met wasn't really funny and ended up stupid because Peter's a jerk. That's it. Thank you so much for tuning into the review of Funny Story by Emily Henry. And now let us get back to the rest of this live stream. You guys don't have a ton more to talk about on the live stream. I do want to do this quick unboxing, but I want to mention that I'm going to do another live stream Thursday evening. Thursday at 7 Eastern, we will be interviewing Deco Stoker here on the channel. Deco of Dracula fame. Deco wrote Dracul, and we will talk about this book probably. We will definitely be talking about Stoker on Stoker. This is a biography of Bram Stoker. Bram Stoker is the great grand uncle of Deco. So Deco is in the family, and he will have all kinds of things to talk about, including that biography, because Deco is involved in a film documentary being done, and we're going to talk about that on the live stream. And if I remember, I'll give you guys a link to the Indiegogo for the documentary. Shall we do an unboxing? Let's get the unboxing done. You guys, you know that I don't buy stuff for myself very often. I've gone through this channel to put things in different playlists and to organize stuff and to make things, I don't know, try to make things make sense on this channel. And I noticed that I still have clothing in my closet that I wear for this channel that I have had since 2018. So like the purple things that I wear for my purple channel here to do my purple marketing, I've had them for years. I keep wearing the same old stuff because I don't buy new stuff for myself. I don't. The shirt that I have on today, I forced myself to purchase this when I was out getting a Mother's Day gift for my mom. And I saw the shirt and went, hey, I could wear that on my channel because it's got a purple hue to it. Yeah. So that's how it goes when I'm trying to buy stuff for myself. So if I'm buying something for myself, it's merch from my merch shop to test the stuff from my merch shop. So you guys, that's what we're doing this afternoon. We are doing an unboxing of some merch I bought from my merch shop to test it to make sure it was going to look okay on the items. Look okay? Yeah. I made some new designs. That's what it is. I made some new designs and I wanted to make sure they looked okay on the items. For example, see black t-shirt. I wanted to make sure the new design would look okay on a black t-shirt. And look. Okay, so the Practice Kindness. This is a lilac color of purple. And the flower, the daisy, I turned it a purple color. So I wanted to make sure. And I think it shows up nicely. I mean, you can still see the E in there. I think that turned out just fine. You guys can tell me in the chat room or in the comments below if this looks ridiculous, but I think it turned out okay. So this is a women's relaxed fit t-shirt, medium black. And I think that, I think the logo works just fine on there. Logo, design, whatever. I think it works. But I also, yeah, I want to see if it would work on white. And I think it does. I think this is supposed to be like a dog's bandana. Like you would have this for your pet. Bandana, one size white. Oh. Anyway, but I think it works on the white background too. I think it works, I don't know. Does it work better on black or white? I think they both work. I mean, you can see them, you can read them. The E stands out off of that flower. I think it turned out just fine. All right. What else do we have in the box? I know this is the mug, but I don't remember which. Hold, please. I'm going to struggle with this box for a minute. I don't remember which design I put on this. Box. You guys, this is the exciting part of an unboxing. Oh, thank you, Joy. These look good. Thank you. I was concerned. Oh, hey. Okay. This is Some Days You Just Want the Dragon to Win. There's a huge glare on it, but you can see is that the purple? I have a darker purple color that I use for my marketing. That might be black, but I think that's the darker purple and the dragon is black. Yeah, there you go. So that's the mug. The glare makes it really difficult to see that. There we go. Okay, so that's a new design in the shop. And the mug and the t-shirt, I will wear that t-shirt and I will drink from this mug. So I will use these things for myself. So and here you go. What else do we have? Travel mug. Here's the travel mug. Look at the box. Ooh, okay. This is the I'm not listening, I'm reading and drinking tea logo. I made this design for the shop. I guess it says I'm not listening, I'm reading and drinking tea. And again, there's a huge glare on it, so it makes it difficult to see, but there's like a teacup and a heart next to the teacup. There you go. Yeah. So there's that. That's a I can either put that in one of the boxes. I'm going to have an announcement soon about the boxes that I'm making, the book boxes. There's all kinds of stuff happening. There's all kinds of things going on. Okay, and then I put some of these logos designs on stickers so that I can put stickers on like notebooks and stuff. There's something in there. You guys. Y'all get to watch me struggle on camera when we do the live streams because that's fun, right? There we go. See, practice kindness. You can't see that. There you go. See that? I think that works. I think that the logo on white, that works pretty well. Yeah. You guys, there you go. And some days you just want the dragon to win. That's been my slogan, my motto that I use for marketing since like 2006. That's how people remember me and find me. Is that enough for a live stream? Have I entertained you at all? Is this okay? You guys, I think that's enough for now. I need to get ready for a Zoom call that comes up here at the top of the hour. I hope that the review of the book enticed you to check out Funny Story by Emily Henry. And I think that's everything. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. I hope that the rest of your Saturday goes very well, to accomplish anything that you want or need to accomplish today. I have a few things I will accomplish after the Zoom. Thank you so much for tuning in. Joy. Oh, good. I'm glad that you had fun. This, I never know if these things are entertaining or just like crazy. Crazy's good. All right. Thumbs up for crazy and good and entertainment. And I will check you guys Thursday evening for sure. I will try to put something up Tuesday morning, as I've been trying to do, but I will see you guys for sure Thursday evening with Dacre Stoker. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Let me try to end this thing. Thank you for joining me in the chat, Joy. It was good to visit with you.